Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Simple English Talks. I'm so happy you're joining us today, wherever you are in the world. We've got a really fun and useful episode planned for you.
Hey there, great to be here with you all again. I was thinking about this topic all morning, and I honestly can't wait to get into it. It's something every English learner needs.
That's exactly right. And today we're going to focus on something super practical. Real daily conversations that you can actually use in your life starting today. No textbooks, no boring drills.
Today's topic is Stop Wasting Time. Learn English with real daily conversations. We're going to show you how English sounds in real life, not in a classroom, but in kitchens, offices, shops, and with friends.
By the end of this episode, you'll know how to start conversations naturally, keep them going without freezing up, and sound more confident every single time you speak. That's our promise to you today.
So here's our first question for you. Write your answer in the comments below. Where do you use English most in your daily life? Is it at work, online, or when you travel?
We love reading your comments, and they help us make better episodes just for you. And while you're down there, please hit subscribe on Simple English Talks so you never miss an episode.
All right, let's stop wasting time and start learning. Here we go.
Okay, let's start with the basics. How to begin a real conversation in English. A lot of learners freeze right at the start because they don't know how to open their mouth first. So let's fix that right now.
The most natural way to start a conversation is with a simple opener. Something like, "Hey, how's it going?" or "How have you been?" or even just, "What's up?" These are short, friendly, and totally normal in everyday English.
Think of it like opening a door. You don't need a long speech. You just need a small knock. "How's it going?" is your knock. It tells the other person, "I'm friendly, I'm open, let's talk."
Let me give you 3 examples you can use today. First, "Hey, long time no see. How's everything?" Second, "Good morning. Busy day so far?" And third, "Hi, are you from around here?" All simple, all real.
I actually used "busy day so far" at a coffee shop last week, and the person laughed and said, "You have no idea." And suddenly we had a whole conversation going. That's the magic of a small opener.
Can you think of a situation where you could use one of these openers this week? Write it in the comments. We want to know your ideas.
Now, what if you're more formal? Maybe at work or with someone you just met professionally. In that case, you'd say something like, "It's nice to meet you," or "How are you finding the event?" Just a little more polished.
The formula is easy. Greeting plus one small question. That's it. Hi plus how's your day going? Done. You've started a conversation like a native speaker.
Practice saying these out loud right now. Seriously, pause us and say, "Hey, how's it going?" Say it once. Then say it like you mean it. Say it like you're talking to a friend.
Great job. You've already started your daily English practice. Let's keep going.
Okay, so you've said hello. You've opened the door. Now what? This is where a lot of learners get stuck. They say hi, the other person replies, and then silence. Total blank.
The secret to keeping a conversation going is asking follow-up questions. When someone tells you something, you respond with a question that shows you're listening. It keeps the flow going and makes the other person feel good.
For example, someone says, "I just got back from a trip." Instead of saying, "Oh, nice," you say, "Oh, really? Where did you go?" Or, "Was it your first time there?" Now they want to keep talking.
Here are 3 powerful follow-up phrases. "That sounds interesting. Tell me more." And, "Oh, wow, how did that happen?" And, "What was that like?" These work in almost any conversation, any topic.
You know what I love about "What was that like"? It sounds so natural and curious. It's not formal, it's not rude. It just shows you care. People love that.
Now here's a question for you. If someone said, "I just started a new job," what follow-up question would you ask? Write it in the comments below. There's no wrong answer.
Another great trick is to share something small about yourself after asking your question. Like, oh, really? Where did you go? I've always wanted to visit that area. Now it's a two-way street.
Compare these two versions. Version A, oh nice. Conversation stops. Version B, oh nice. What was the best part? Conversation continues. One small change makes a huge difference.
And don't worry about being perfect. Even native speakers say and and pause to think. What matters is that you keep trying and stay curious.
Remember, listening is just as important as speaking. When you truly listen, your follow-up questions come naturally.
Now let's talk about something people forget to practice. How to end a conversation well. Yes, this matters. A bad ending can leave a weird feeling, even if the whole conversation was great.
The smoothest way to end is to give a small signal that you're wrapping up. You can say, well, it was really nice talking to you, or I should get going, but this was great. Friendly, clear, and natural.
I used to just say, okay, bye, and walk away. Honestly, it felt a bit abrupt. Now I say, hey, I've got to run, but let's catch up soon. And it feels so much warmer.
Let's look at 3 situations. At work, you might say, I'll let you get back to it. Thanks for chatting. With a friend, all right, I've got to head out. Talk soon. And with someone you just met, it was so nice meeting you. Hope to see you again.
Notice how each one has 2 parts, a reason for leaving plus a warm closing. That 2-part structure is what makes it feel polite and natural instead of abrupt.
Here's your practice moment. Can you write one sentence to end a conversation with a coworker? Just one line. Write it in the comments right now. Also, if you want to stay in touch with someone, this is the perfect moment to say, hey, let's exchange numbers, or are you on Instagram? Completely natural at the end of a friendly chat.
Think of ending a conversation like landing a plane. You want it to be smooth, not a crash. A good landing means both people walk away feeling good about the whole thing.
All right, let's do a quick recap before we jump to common mistakes. We've covered starting conversations, keeping them going, and ending them well. 3 essential skills, all in real-life language.
You're doing amazing. Keep listening. The next part is really important.
Okay, it's mistake time. And look, both of us have made these mistakes, so don't feel embarrassed. Mistakes are how we learn. Let's look at the top 3 mistakes English learners make in daily conversations.
Mistake number 1, over-explaining at the start. A learner might say, hello, excuse me, I am very sorry to bother you. I just have a small question if you don't mind. That's too much. Just say, hey, quick question. Short and confident. Exactly. Long openers make people nervous, not comfortable. The correct version. Keep it short and direct. Excuse me, do you know where the nearest bank is? Perfect. No apology needed.
Mistake number 2, saying yes when you don't understand. A lot of learners nod and say yes, yes, even when they're lost. Instead, say, sorry, could you say that again? Or, I'm not sure I caught that. Could you repeat it?
It's so much better to ask again than to pretend you understood. Native speakers ask for repetition all the time. It's completely normal, and it's not embarrassing at all.
Mistake number 3, translating word for word from your own language. This creates strange sentences. For example, in some languages you say, I have hunger, but in English we say, I'm hungry. It's a small difference, but it sounds much more natural.
The fix is to learn phrases as chunks, not word by word. Don't say, I have cold, say, I'm cold. Don't say, she has 30 years, say, she's 30 years old. Learn the whole phrase together.
So just to recap, keep your openers short, ask when you don't understand, and learn phrases as complete chunks. These 3 fixes will instantly make your English sound more natural.
And remember, every mistake is progress. Every mistake means you tried. We're proud of you for that.
You're not just learning English, you're building confidence, and that's worth everything.
All right, it's practice time. This is the fun part. I'm going to give you a situation, and you choose the better sentence. Say your answer out loud. Don't just think it, actually say it.
Situation 1. You want to start a conversation with someone at a cafe. Option A. Hello, I would like to inquire if this seat is available for seating purposes. Option B. Hey, is this seat taken? Which one sounds more natural?
Option B, right? Is this seat taken? Is short, friendly, and totally real. Nobody talks like option A in a cafe. That sounds like a legal document.
Situation 2. Someone says, I just got promoted. Option A. Oh. Option B. No way, that's amazing. How do you feel? Which one keeps the conversation going?
Option B, absolutely. No way, that's amazing. How do you feel? Shows excitement and asks a follow-up. That's a real conversation. Try saying it out loud right now. Go ahead.
Situation 3. You need to leave a conversation. Option A. Bye. Option B. Hey, it was really great talking to you. Let's do this again sometime. Which feels warmer?
Option B, every single time. And here's your challenge. Create your own version of a conversation ending. Write it in the comments. Be creative, be yourself.
The goal isn't perfect English. The goal is real English, the kind that connects you with other people.
Wow, we covered so much today. Let's do a quick summary of everything you learned in this episode of Simple English Talks. First, you learned how to start a conversation naturally using short, friendly openers.
Second, you learned how to keep a conversation going by asking follow-up questions and sharing a little about yourself. And third, you learned how to end conversations smoothly so everyone walks away feeling good.
Plus, you learned the 3 most common mistakes and exactly how to fix them. That's a whole toolkit of real English conversation skills, right here in one episode.
Here's our final reflection question for you. Think of one conversation you had this week. What would you do differently now that you've listened to today's episode? Share it in the comments. We genuinely want to know.
If this episode helped you, please give it a like. It really supports Simple English Talks and helps more learners find us. Share it with a friend who's learning English. And don't forget to subscribe so you catch every new episode we release.
You showed up today to practice your English, and that is something to be proud of. Language learning takes courage, and you have it. We see you, and we believe in you.
Keep speaking, keep practicing, and remember, every conversation you have in English is a win. Even the imperfect ones, especially the imperfect ones.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us today on Simple English Talks. We'll be back very soon with another great topic. Until then, take care, keep smiling, and we'll see you next time.